Hey you guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Mink, and of course this is Mink's Kinks. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Now I know y'all are thinking, I know this girl got another book haul. And she does, and she does, and she does. Yeah, I'm sorry y'all know I've been trying really hard not to buy the books, but yeah. So y'all know that I'm a book outlet girl, so most of these are book outlet books, but I did pick up a series on the ground because Barnes & Noble was having a sale, a buy one get one 50% off. I wanted the whole series. So I keep buying books and still don't have no bookshelf yet. Ain't that something? I know. But yeah, y'all, so let's skip all the long talking and start talking about these books. First things first, if you are new around here, hey, my name is Mink. I do a lot of natural hair, lifestyle, beauty, and book content. So if you're interested in any of those things, definitely go ahead, hit that subscribe button, join our Kinky Crew family, and definitely leave me a comment down below. Let me know that you're new around here. Let me know of some new books that you've been picking up, all of those things. So y'all, we're just gonna jump right into this book haul because as you guys saw, the stack is serious. So these are all the books that I have purchased in the past month and a half. Ugh. So we're just gonna go ahead and talk about these real quick. I do have a couple series type of things in here, so I'm excited. I honestly have not read too many series, so I'm excited to do so. I don't know, I guess it's like, I think a series in the same way as I think of like a movie. Like the first movie is always the best one to me. You know what I'm saying? The first movie is always the best one. Nobody is talking about Toy Story 5. You know, y'all picking up what I'm putting down. So I'm intrigued to see how books stay interconnected, and if I feel the same way, it's like, let's get into the books. And I'm sorry y'all, I am a ball of energy because I'm literally about to go to the gym, so I'm drinking my pre-workout, and baby, it's working. So the first book that I have here is called Stay Awake by Megan Golden. So that is what the cover looks like, and when I tell y'all, I'm so excited to read this book. So I picked this up from Book Outlet. I'm gonna go through the Book Outlet books first. I got all 8 books for like $50 with shipping. Y'all know that's just about unheard of. I did get 2 hardback books as well, so I highly recommend, if you guys still haven't checked out Book Outlet, definitely do so. I'm going to try to leave links to all of the books down below, as well as have Book Outlet's website down there. So Stay Awake is definitely a different type of genre for me. Y'all know that I'm a romance girly. I'm a fiction girl, a romance. You know, I want to be courted. I have book boyfriends, if you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm a romance girl, but this is actually more along the lines of like a thriller type of situation. So I'm really excited to read this. I actually plan on reading this book next. So this is about a woman who literally just doesn't remember the past 2 years of her life. She has this message written on her hand saying stay awake. Then she sees on the news that somebody was murdered with a similar message on the wall, and she's trying to put the pieces back together to see what happened, but there's people who are trying to avoid her remembering. And y'all, this book just sounded so freaking good. I literally had to get it. I'm not even like a scary movie type of girl. Like, I'm not thriller, not scary. I don't like none of that. So this is very far out of my realm, but it just sounded so good that I did want to pick it up. So the book is 340 pages, so it's a typical length book. I'm really excited to read this one. All right, next y'all, we're going into a series of books, and these are actually 2 out of 3 of them, and I actually have the other one, and unfortunately it's a hardback. I wish it was the paperback, but it'll still look cute whenever I do get my shelf and put them all up. So the next 2 books are The Dating Playbook and The Hookup Plan by Farrah Rogan. So the first book in this series is called The Boyfriend Project, so I will post a pop-up of it over here on the side. I read that a couple months ago at this point, and I did think it was a really good book. I thought it was a good book. I didn't think it was a really good book, but I did think it was a good book, good enough for me to keep the book in my collection. And then I kept hearing via TikTok that the second books in the series are so much better, and I just love the black representation on these books, so I had to pick them up, especially since on Book Outlet they were so inexpensive. So I believe the next one in the series is the Dating Playbook, and then I believe is the Hookup Plan. I believe that's the order of the book. So with the dating project, it was based on 3 friends. Child, if you're interested in my review, either go to TikTok or I'll link the vlog up above where I talked about the book and left my review. But it's about 3 friends basically who make this pact on not to date. One of the girls ends up dating somebody, and then these 2 books are about relationships with the other 2 girls. So I'm excited to see how this works. I really did like getting to know the other 2 girls. Even though they weren't main characters, we still got a lot of them in the book. So I'm really excited to read these 2, as well as I have another book by Farrah Rokon. It's actually almost there, so I'll post a pop-up of that one as well. That's a really popular book by her. It's a take on The Princess and the Frog, sort of in like a reverse type of situation. So I'm really excited to go ahead and read these. Now these books are definitely hefty. It took me a good little minute to go through the Boyfriend Project, and this looks like it's no different. So this is the Boyfriend Playbook's about 350 pages, and then the Hookup Plan is about 388 pages, so almost 400. So I am excited to read both of these. I'm not 100% when I'm going to be able to get around to both of these, but I want to read them while I still have the Boyfriend Project still fresh in my mind, so that I can, you know, connect the dots and all of those things. So I'm really excited about these. These are exciting. So the next book that I got is actually one of the TikTok fan favorites. Child, there's so many thoughts about this daggone book, okay? But TikTok, this is definitely a peer pressure type of book, a TikTok made me buy it type of book. This is Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute by Talia Hibbert. I think that's how you say her name, Talia Hibbert. So this is what the cover looks like. How cute. This is a book that I actually am very excited to read about as well, because there's just so much hype around this book, and I don't know, books are very dependent on the person. So for me, I'm really excited to see this. I plan to read this around Valentine's Day just because it gives me Valentine's Day vibe. But the book is about 2, I want to say they're either high school, early college, but they're like an enemies to lover type of situation. One is a college football star. They used to be really close friends, and then they fell out, and now something happens where they are like forced proximity type of situation. So I'm really excited to read this. I love me a cute little fluffy romance. Again, I love representation on the cover. Y'all know I read primarily books by black authors, so I was really excited to see this. And she's a curvy black girl on the cover, so you know I had to have it. This book is only 319 pages, so I think with it being such a fluffy romance type of book, I'm gonna fly through this. As well as Talia Hibbert, she is the author of the Chloe, what is it, Get a Life, Chloe Brown, the Brown Sisters trilogy. I want to say there's 3 books in that trilogy. She has those, and then she also came out with the roommate something, and I got that one for free on Kindle as well. So I'm excited. I want to read the Chloe Brown books as well, because I've always heard really good things about those. That's an interracial romance. So I'm excited that I do have this one, and then the roommate one as well, and then maybe eventually I'll pick up the Brown Sisters trilogy, because again, those ones are just super hyped up. All right, you guys, so the next book that I picked up from Book Outlet is called We Are Not Like Them by Christine Pride and Joe Piazza. This is a co-author book. And how beautiful is this cover? I love the cover. I love the 2 faces. And actually, I have never heard of this book until I was just casually scrolling on Book Outlet. And honestly, I didn't even know that this one was a hardcover book, but I'm grateful it is. I love a hardcover book. So this book is actually very interesting, very contemporary, very with the time. So it's about 2 best friends. One is black, one is white. The white best friend is married to a police officer who is involved in a fatal shooting of a black teenage boy. The black best friend, she is a journalist, and she is covering the shooting, and basically it follows how this plays out for both of the women's lives, as well as what it looks like for their friendship. They have been lifelong friends, and just sort of navigating the major life changes for the best friend who is married to the police officer who killed the black innocent child, and then what that looks like for their friendship, because the black best friend, her career is taken off due to this story, but the complexities of trying to balance their friendship as well as her career. So I'm really excited to read this book. I think that this is going to be one of those emotionally heavy type of books, because this is one of those books that teeters on almost not being fiction. I could see this happening in real life. Black children, black people are y'all know, killed in the streets way too often. I feel like we see something in the news every other day, child. So it's one of those things that definitely hits close to home, but I'm intrigued to see how the two women who wrote this book, how it comes off. The reviews were really good, so I'm excited. I'm excited. And this book isn't that long, which I appreciate. This is only 300 pages, so it's not dragging out. They're getting straight to the point. So I'm intrigued to read this one. I think this will be a good like spring read to me, but honestly I may not be able to wait that long, so we'll see. All right, you guys, so the next two books I got are actually from the Butterfly book series by Ashley Antoinette. So that is what these look like. Now this is another TikTok kind of made me buy type of series. So I actually picked these ones up because Ashley Antoinette is the author of the Ethics series. There are like 8 books in that series, I swear, and I have seen so many people talk about those books, but they had these ones available on Book Outlet and they sound absolutely crazy, y'all. So book 1 is the orange one. So this orange one is book 1, and this is about a spoiled girl. From the cover it sounds like a spoiled girl. Her first love somehow gets away. I don't know if he's killed, I don't know, but somehow he's not there. She ends up marrying somebody else, and then ghosts from her past start to resurface, and I don't know if he comes back, I don't know. And it's sort of a battle for who gets to have her. There's a love child from my understanding. There's a lot that happens in this book, so I'm really excited to read this one. It's only 280 pages, so I'm sure that this will be a book that I'm able to absolutely fly through. And then the follow-up to that book, this one is just Butterfly book 2, and this is, I think, just about like the aftermath, and I want to say there is a third book in this series, but I wasn't able to find that, so I will eventually pick that one up. Maybe once I start reading book 1 and 2, I'll be able to pick up. I want to say there's only 3 books in the Butterfly series, but I'm not 100% sure. So I am really excited. Child, I keep saying I'm excited to read all of them. I wouldn't have bought them if I wasn't, okay? But these two really sound very interesting to me, especially it's giving me Black South type of vibe. So I'm excited to read these. Definitely giving me more spring summer though. Okay, you guys, so the last book that I picked up from Book Outlet is one that I know that a lot of you guys have heard about, especially if you're on booktok, bookstagram, child. I don't know why that was so hard for me, but this book is called Mame, and it's by Jessica George. So this book is about, it takes place in London, the United Kingdom, somewhere like that, but it takes place there, and it is about a Ghanaian young woman. She's in her 20s, and it really teeters between the lines of class, race, family ties, tradition, and individuality, and what that looks like for her. I'm really excited, but from what I understand, that this one is a little triggering, a little traumatizing. Y'all know I've really been looking for books that focus on that like awkward 20-something phase, and I feel like that's where I'm at, and I feel like I'll really be able to relate to this book. On the jacket it says that she's a late bloomer and just trying to sort of find her way, especially with very strict parents. So I'm really excited to see what this book has to offer for surely. This book is only 310 pages, and I've heard nothing but rave reviews, and I mean, look at the cover, come on. So next, y'all, I was so excited because I had an author reach out to me and she wanted to send me 2 of her books, and then her 3rd book does come out at the end of October. I want to say it does come out on Halloween, and it is a small town romance. So she sent me 2 of her books, so I will post a pop-up. The first one is called Love You Always, and I'm about 100 pages into that book. It's a small town romance. And then there's another book, it's called Love You Forever, and then I forget what the 3rd book is called, but she sent me the first 2 in her series, and I'm currently reading Love You Always, and it is a good book. Like I said, it's like 400 pages, so I'm not nearly close to being finished at all, and I definitely have some thoughts on the book so far, but I will hold off on those. But I definitely wanted to include those 2 books in my haul because, first of all, that was the first time an author has sent me her books, and they are e-readers, so they are on my Kindle, and I was just so grateful to get them sent to me because y'all know I love a good book, and y'all know I will spend some money on some books. So the fact that she wanted to send them to me for free, yes ma'am. All right, you guys, so the last collection of books that I have are spicy. Now, these are the books that I picked up from Barnes & Noble. They were buy one get one 50% off, so I was very, very, very excited to see that and glad that I was able to find all 4 of them on the ground. So this is what they look like. I can't wait to put these on a shelf. So this is none other than the Priest series by Sierra Simone. So listen, y'all, this is another set of books that I heard about on BookTok. So this is about a priest and a woman in confessional, and they end up having relations. Yeah, it's a 4-part book series, but they're 4 separate stories, I believe. So Priest is the original one that I found. Priest is the first one in the series. So this is about the woman in confessional who ends up with the priest, and girl, so this one's only about 300 pages. Again, very excited to read this. These are giving me very much winter vibes. Yes ma'am. The next one in the series is called Midnight Mass. This one is only about 180 pages. I think that this one may be a follow-up to Priest. I'm not 100% sure though. I just knew that this one comes next in the series. Next is Sinner. This one is 375 pages. This one, the woman is in line to be a nun, but she wants to try out some things before she dedicates her life to God, and somehow her best friend's brother, who's a playboy, gets wrapped in and they become a thing. So Sinner. And then the last one is called Saint, and this one is actually about 2 guys. I want to say one is like studying to be a Buddhist. Yeah, so one is studying to be a monk. He had a relationship with this guy prior. Somehow they end up on the same retreat situation, and it's up from there. And this one is the longest of the series. This one is 422 pages. So yeah, you guys, that is my book haul. I have 12 new books here, and I promise y'all I'm really trying very hard not to buy no new books. Kindle Day just passed, so I was stocking up my Kindle as well, so I am good on books really for the rest of the year, but y'all know I ain't gonna make it that far. So yeah, you guys, let me know some books that you have recently picked up, as well as if you guys have read any of these. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.